The things that we work on here each day is very different. So we work across sketching. I spend a lot of time doing digital 3D modeling. We're also programming robots, 3D printing, we're testing prototypes, and so it's really across a full gamut of things which are highly digital through to really dealing with material and the way material behaves. There's two parts to my practice. One is the research lab, which is really dealing with the design implications of emerging technologies. And on the other hand is the studio, where we try to take those innovations and test those in real architectural projects. And that really spans from objects to public art to buildings. The research lab works on new ways of building, and so a lot of this has to do with robotics, and we've used robots and industrial robots for a whole series of different ways of trying to fabricate buildings in new ways. Most recently, a lot of that has come down to large-scale 3D printing. So we're printing in recycled plastics, we're also increasingly printing in metals. And we're looking at the way, if we start to print buildings as opposed to build them from conventional methods, how does this change architecture? Like, how can we start to make a different type of architecture because we're using a different set of fabrication tools? So the work that we're showing at the Melbourne Design Fair it's part of a series that we call Remnants of a Future Architecture. And this is really an attempt to try and speculate on what the architectural forms, structures of the near future might be. So often design is responding very closely to a brief, whereas with something like a design fair and this whole notion of collectible design, I think it enables designers to have a whole lot of other agency around speculation and can treat design as something which is inherently experimental rather than simply following a brief that's required.